There are very few sneakers that force me to take a trip down memory lane. There's of course shoes that I remember. There's shoes from my past that were very popular that everybody had to have. But these shoes that we're taking a look at today definitely caused a moment, and I'm super excited to check them out. What's going on, everybody? Rob, aka Robbie Diesel here, and we got another episode of Feet Heat. That's right, we're gonna be taking a look at a pair of sneakers that are certified fire, and if you are a collector or just a fan of dope shoes overall, gotta have these in your collection. Now, before we get started, as usual, gotta take care of a little bit of business, and that is, of course, making sure that if you have not already done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button, click it, light it up, turn it bright red, or actually gray, I guess. If it's bright red, that means you haven't subscribed yet. So go ahead and click that, and make sure you hit the little bell icon next to it so you turn on notifications, and therefore don't miss an episode of when I upload new Feet Heat. So make sure you do those two things. And without further ado, let's talk about some shoes. So quietly, these sneakers celebrated their 25th anniversary last year. God, I'm old. They originally released back in 1996. Your boy was a fresh green 6th grader on my way to 7th grade, I believe. And these shoes were, like I said in the open, man, they caused a moment in the culture. Not specifically because of design, because they're definitely not, they're not the most uniquely designed sneakers, but because of the person that wore them. And I'm of course talking about the product of the Georgetown Hoyas, the Answer, Allen Iverson. And of course his moniker, the Answer, caused his sneakers to be named the antithesis of that, the opposite, the Question. The Reebok Question Mids made their debut back in 1996 during Iverson's ridiculous rookie campaign. We saw what he was doing. He was dishing, he was driving. The man crossed up the GOAT. Yes, the GOAT, Michael Jordan, the GOAT, the GOAT. And without a doubt, the Question Mid was one of Reebok's, if not the biggest, then definitely one of Reebok's biggest sneaker releases ever. Now, I remember like kids and adults alike had to have this sneaker, right? It was probably right up there. I would say the big three from back in that time, back in the day, was of course Jordans. Jordans have been, you know, at the top of the basketball sneaker food chain for forever, and that probably won't change anytime soon. But you had your Jordans, you had the pennies, the Anthony Hardaways, and then you had the Iversons, man. Like when these shoes dropped, everybody had to have them. And again, it's not like the most wildly designed sneaker, but it definitely was different. It was the exact opposite of what you expected a basketball sneaker to look like. So much so that, again, there was a whole streetwear movement behind these sneakers. You could dress them up, you can dress them down, however you wanted to rock them. And I can remember wanting these shoes so bad, but moms couldn't afford them at the time. So I ended up settling. I think I ended up getting like the Grant Hills, the Fila's. Color blocking was kind of similar, but not the same. But be that as it may, man, I finally got a pair of the Question Mids, and you can see the shoe itself is honestly, it's just a gorgeous sneaker, right? Very simple color blocking, but the blue toes in particular were like the pair. It was these and then the red toes. It was like that was it. Until of course they dropped the green toes, which I'm a fan of because I'm a Sparty guy. Go green, go white. But these in particular were sneakers that you had to have, and I think still remain. I would say I don't know if I would put them in a top 10, but definitely top 20 all-time best basketball sneakers ever. So to start with the design of the sneaker itself, majority of the shoe sports this gorgeous white tumbled leather look. Very comfortable, very breathable. It gives the shoe a flexibility unlike any other sneaker that was out at the time. Like a lot of times back then when shoes were made of leather, they were really stiff. They didn't have very much give. These were one of the first sneakers that I can remember actually kind of molded around your feet. Even though they were leather, they still fit very well. They rolled right up to just at the ankle, so they felt nice. They supported the entire foot when you wore them. And yeah, you could wear them casually or you could hoop in them, either way. Now, staying true to the OG design, you of course got the red and blue Reebok logo right on the side of the sneaker there. You got those classic blue eyelets that spell out Reebok on one side, and then the Reebok logos are on the back side. And then both the toe of the sneaker as well as on the back, the heel of the sneaker sport that. It's a very stylish pearlized blue with the actual Reebok Question logo stitched on the back there. And then rounding out the features of the shoe, you have this mesh tongue right in the middle of the sneaker there. Also with the Reebok logo up front. Adds to the fit and feel of this shoe. Very comfortable, very lovely sneaker. And it is very true to the OG design. Like, it looks indistinguishable from the very first original release of the blue toe Questions. Now, in addition to the overall design of the sneaker itself, and again, what makes it the most comfortable is you have these hex cushion units on the bottom there, which adds to the resistancy, the bounce, the flexibility of the sneaker. And then of course you got that icy blue sole there with the Reebok logo on the bottom as well. And man, I gotta admit, these shoes are just fantastic. I'm so excited to be able to own these as an adult, because I missed the original release when I was a kid, but I had to come back. I had to double up on them in my older years, since now I can afford to have a pair. Now, these sneakers released back on August 18th, and they should be still widely available. I believe the retail on them is 160 bucks, so very affordable. Definitely, again, a must-have for your collection if you're a fan of basketball shoes in particular, or if you just like to collect sneakers that were big and are still big in the culture. You cannot go wrong with a pair of these guys here. Thank you guys so very much for checking this video out. If you like what you see, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any more videos just like this. And as always, man, I encourage conversation. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the Reebok Question Mids. Did you get yourself a pair when they re-released last month? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys as always for watching. I am Rob, aka Robbie Diesel. You can catch me at Robbie Diesel on the tweets, on the Instagrams, on the snaps, TikToks, the whole shop. Make sure you drop your boy a follow, and I will see y'all on the next video. Until then, peace.